God says, your future spouse has already been chosen by heaven, and God has just revealed their name. The name will shock you. The name of your spouse is... Listen to me now and do not look away. Let your heart be still for a moment and hear what the Spirit of God is whispering to you right now. There is something sacred about this moment. There is something divine about what is unfolding here. What you are about to hear is not just a message of hope. It is the whisper of heaven into your life. Something is moving in the unseen realm. The Lord has already chosen the one who will walk beside you. This is not just about desire. This is about destiny. This is not about waiting blindly. This is about divine timing, alignment, and the fulfillment of a holy promise. Comment, Amen, if your heart is open to receive what God has already prepared for you. If you are reading this, it is not by accident. This is the moment your soul has been longing for. There are things about your life that even you cannot explain. Tears you have cried in silence. Battles you have fought when no one was watching. Prayers you whispered with trembling hands, begging God not to forget you. And heaven heard every single word, every prayer, every plea, every lonely night. Every time you wondered if someone was really out there who would see you, love you, protect you, and walk with you through the fire and into purpose. You have not been overlooked. You have not been passed by. You have not been forgotten. There is someone whose name has already been written beside yours in the mind of God. Before I go further, if your heart feels stirred and your spirit feels drawn to these words, I want you to like this video, not for me, but as a way of saying, Lord, I believe you're speaking to me right now. Now let me tell you what this means. When God says your future spouse has already been chosen by heaven, it means this is not a random search. You are not wandering through life, hoping to get lucky or stumble into someone who might make you happy. No, you are being led by a hand that sees beyond what you can imagine. Heaven has gone before you and handpicked a person who will not only love you but will help unlock parts of your destiny you didn't even know were there. This is not just about romance. This is about the kingdom. This is about purpose, growth, covering, healing, and legacy. God does not make mistakes, and when He says your spouse has been chosen, He means He has seen the end from the beginning. He has already looked into the future, into your future, and He saw who would walk with you, pray with you, laugh with you, and hold your hand through every storm. He saw someone who would not run when things got hard, who would not love you based on conditions, but someone who would love you like He loves you completely, faithfully, and relentlessly. This person will not complete you because only God can do that. But they will walk beside you and help carry the weight of your calling. They will speak life into you when you forget who you are. They will see you through the eyes of heaven. They will love you through your healing. They will be a reminder that God is faithful to do what He promised. You may not know their name yet, or maybe you do, but it has not made sense until now. The reason it will shock you is because God loves to surprise those who wait on Him. He hides things for us, not from us. Sometimes the name of the person He has chosen will not be what you expect. It might not match the image you had in your mind. It might not align with what others thought was right for you. But God sees what you cannot. He knows the prayers this person has been praying too. He has been shaping them in the fire, just like He has been shaping you. You are both being prepared, refined, softened, matured, and healed. So when the time comes, it will not just be a meeting, it will be a divine collision. So do not let fear speak louder than faith. Do not let past disappointments blind you from the miracle God is already arranging. You are not running out of time, you are being made ready. And while you wait, trust that heaven is not silent. Trust that the same God who created the stars has already whispered your name into someone's heart. They may not even understand it yet, but they will know when the time is right. The name of your spouse may not be revealed in a dream or a loud announcement. Sometimes it's in the stillness, in the quiet confirmation of peace that goes beyond understanding. Sometimes it's in the way your heart begins to feel safe around someone without forcing it. Sometimes it's in the way someone prays for you without even knowing what you're going through. Pay attention to the signs, but more than that, stay close to the shepherd. Because when you walk with him, you will not miss what has been written with your name on it. You have cried for this. You have wondered if it will ever happen. You have smiled through weddings and engagement announcements while hiding the ache that no one saw. But the Lord saw it, and he never ignored your tears. He has been working in the unseen. You may feel tired, even numb from waiting, but something is shifting. The cloud is moving, the season is turning, and your story is being written by the hand of the one who writes perfect endings. So do not give up. Do not settle for what looks good but does not come from God. Do not trade your promise for temporary comfort. You are worth the wait, and so is the person being prepared for you. There will come a time when you will look back at this very moment and realize this was the beginning of the unfolding. When the name is finally revealed, it will not just make sense, it will feel like coming home. If you believe that heaven is moving in your favor, comment 1111 below as a sign of agreement and faith. What if 7 seconds is all it takes to flip your financial fate? A shocking CIA leak just exposed a hidden brain ritual helping ordinary people erase debt and pull in massive wealth. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning struggle into luxury fast. But this page could be erased any moment. Click the link in the first comment now before it's gone forever. God is not a man that he should lie. What he spoke, he will fulfill. What he promised, he will bring to pass. The one meant for you is not lost. They are not too far gone. They are being drawn closer every day. And when it happens, it will be like a door you didn't even know existed suddenly opening wide. This is not just a coincidence. This is a confirmation. You are being aligned with a destiny written before the foundation of the world. And the name that will soon be spoken into your life will carry the weight of heaven's yes. You will not have to chase or beg or prove yourself to be loved. You will be loved because God has already approved it. There is a reason the waiting has been long. There is a purpose behind every delay. The person God has chosen for you is not just anybody. This is someone heaven has been shaping with care and fire, just like you. 2 lives being refined by the same God at the same time for the same divine purpose. You are not alone in this season, even though it may feel like it. You are not being punished, even though the silence has felt unbearable at times. You are not behind. You are exactly where God wants you to be. Every step you've taken, every heartbreak you've endured, every moment you chose faith over fear, it has all been leading you here. There is a divine pattern in your life, and God, in his mercy, has already woven your future spouse into that pattern, like a thread waiting to be revealed at just the right moment. The reason you haven't seen their face yet might be because God is still protecting both of you from what could break you too early. Sometimes, love that arrives too soon becomes a burden instead of a blessing. But when love comes in God's timing, it doesn't take from you, it adds to you, it builds you, it strengthens you, it lifts the weight instead of adding to it. The Lord does not give good gifts before their time, not because he is withholding, but because he is wise. There is a difference between something you choose on your own and something chosen by heaven. When heaven chooses, peace follows. When heaven chooses, purpose is fulfilled. When heaven chooses, nothing and no one can destroy what God has put together. That is why it matters that your spouse has already been chosen by God. because you are not building your future on emotions or circumstances, but on a promise from the one who holds time in his hands. There will be a moment, maybe sooner than you expect, when everything will begin to make sense. The pain, the waiting, the lessons, the closed doors, the unanswered calls, the silent nights. Every time you almost gave up and didn't. Every time you chose to believe when there was no sign, all of it was building something eternal inside you. You were not just waiting for a person, you were becoming the person who could carry the kind of love that comes from God. The kind that doesn't run, the kind that doesn't quit, the kind that stays. This is why the battle has been so hard. This is why the loneliness has been so sharp. Because what is ahead of you is weighty, sacred, and beautiful. The enemy has tried to convince you that you are hard to love, that something is wrong with you, that you are too much or not enough. But the truth is, you are deeply loved, constantly watched over, and absolutely chosen. Nothing about you is a mistake. Every part of you has been formed with intention, and the person God has prepared for you will not be confused about your value. They will see you with clarity. They will recognize the light in you. They will thank God for the honor of walking beside you. There is someone who has been praying too, someone who has cried out to God for someone just like you, someone who has been through their own storms and valleys and is now being drawn by the same spirit that is stirring your heart. You may not know their name yet, but heaven does. And God is not just moving in your life, He is moving in theirs too. That moment of divine meeting, of recognition, of peace, of joy, it is not far away. It is being formed in the silence. Heaven is orchestrating a love story that cannot be shaken. Your steps are ordered, your heart is being healed, your spirit is being renewed. And while you may feel tired, the Lord is giving you strength even now. Strength to hold on, strength to trust again, strength to hope without fear. Because the promise is real, and the name of your spouse is not just a detail, it is a part of your destiny. That name will come with purpose, it will come with confirmation, it will come with peace that silences every question. Do not be surprised if the name is someone unexpected. God often writes stories in ways we cannot imagine. The name might be familiar, or it might be new. It might be someone from your past that has been transformed by grace, or someone stepping into your life for the very first time. But you will know. Not because it is loud and dramatic, but because the Spirit of God within you will whisper, "This is the one." If your spirit bears witness and you're holding on to this promise, comment 222 as a declaration of trust in what God is revealing. Let your heart be still. Let your spirit remain open. The more you rest in God, the more you will recognize what is sent by Him. You do not need to strive, chase, beg, or fear. What is meant for you cannot miss you. And the one God has chosen will recognize you not just for your beauty or your words, but for the light of God that shines from your life. You are not forgotten. You are not left behind. You are not overlooked. You are chosen. And not only are you chosen, but someone has been chosen for you too. That is the beauty of heaven's design. It is mutual. It is whole. It is holy. There is a divine weight to the love that is coming, and it will not just be a blessing for you, but for generations after you. What God is putting together will heal what was broken. It will restore what was stolen. It will become a testimony of grace and glory. People are asking why money is suddenly flowing into random lives. A leaked CIA discovery reveals a 7-second brain ritual that quietly rewires your mind for wealth. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, people are wiping out debt and stepping into luxury with ease. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. The ground beneath your feet may not feel different, but the atmosphere around you is shifting, because God is not only preparing you to receive the one He has chosen, He is also preparing the moment where paths will cross and purpose will collide. The name of your spouse is already known in heaven. That name carries weight. It is not just a name, it is connected to a future filled with peace, safety, laughter, and deep spiritual growth. God does not just assign names to your heart for no reason. He reveals them when the time is right, when your heart is soft enough to hear and strong enough to carry the weight of it. You are closer than you think. The ache you feel is not just from longing. It is from the stretching of your soul to receive something greater than you imagined. There are many people who have settled for less because they stopped believing God would show up. They chose what was available instead of waiting for what was divine. But you have chosen to wait on the Lord. And because of that, He will honor you. He will not let your faith be wasted. He will not let your tears fall without purpose. Your obedience is birthing something beautiful, and soon, very soon, the name you once only dreamed of will become a part of your everyday prayers, your shared journey, and your testimony. You are not waiting alone. The one God has chosen for you is walking their own road. They are learning lessons, breaking free from past wounds, and being molded into someone who will not just love you well, but honor the God in you. You were never meant to carry your calling alone. There is someone designed to walk beside you, not in front, not behind, but beside, equally yoked, spiritually awakened, and divinely aligned. This love will not be shallow. It will not play games with your heart. It will not cause confusion. God is not the author of chaos. When He sends the right person, there will be clarity. You won't have to beg for attention, force communication, or explain your worth. They will see it, feel it, and honor it, because they were designed to recognize the treasure that you are. This person will cover you in prayer before they cover you with their presence. They will protect your peace before they pursue your body. They will love the God in you before they love anything else about you. And that is how you will know. Not just by how you feel, but by how they lead, how they listen, how they honor your process and guard your heart. Heaven is not just arranging a meeting, it is designing a movement. When the right two people come together under God's direction, they don't just fall in love, they change atmospheres. They break generational patterns, they raise children in wholeness, they build homes full of praise and purpose. And that is exactly what God is preparing for you, something that echoes into eternity. So even now, while you feel the weight of the waiting, lift your head. There is light beginning to shine. There are details you cannot see being ordered. There are paths being cleared. There are doors being opened. There is a stirring in your spirit for a reason. You are feeling the pull of divine alignment. Something is coming, and it carries the fingerprint of God. If these words stir something deep inside you, and you believe this is not a coincidence, comment 333 below to declare your faith in what is already written for your life. The name will not just appear in your ears, it will awaken something in your spirit. And when it comes, it may not be loud, but it will be real. It might not make sense to others, but it will make peace in your heart. There will be confirmation in your soul, not confusion. Because what is from God does not need to be chased. It will come with assurance, it will come with truth, it will come with purpose. You will know, because the presence of this person will bring you closer to God, not further away. They will not distract you from your calling, they will support it. They will not compete with your gifts, they will celebrate them. They will not silence your voice, they will amplify it. and you will look back at every moment you spent alone and understand why it had to be this way. You were not being punished. You were being preserved. The Lord has been keeping you for the right person and keeping them for you. Not everyone will understand this kind of love because it is not built on trends or surface-level attraction. It is built on covenant. It is sealed in prayer. It is rooted in faith. It is sustained by God. And the day will come when the silence breaks and the name is made known. Not through noise, not through force, but through peace. You will speak their name with a kind of certainty that only comes from heaven. It will not feel rushed. It will not feel uncertain. It will feel like prophecy fulfilled, like a promise that was never forgotten, like something sacred being made visible. God has not been teasing you. He has not been dangling the idea of love in front of you as some distant fantasy. No, He has been preparing something real, something holy, something that will mirror His love for you. That kind of love is worth waiting for. That kind of name is worth trusting Him for. So breathe. You are not missing anything. You are not behind. You are not invisible to heaven. What is meant for you is still coming. And when it arrives, it will not just change your relationship status, it will change your life. It will anchor your soul. It will restore your joy. It will confirm that waiting on the Lord is never in vain. The days might feel longer than they used to, your prayers might feel heavier, and hope might flicker in and out like a candle in the wind. But this is the kind of silence that carries promise. This is not the silence of absence. This is the silence of preparation. The silence of heaven placing the final touches on a blessing that's been tailor-made just for you. Why is everyone rushing to this 7-second brain ritual? Leaked CIA files exposed a hidden brainwave technique that opens the door to wealth fast. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, it's turning financial stress into abundance almost overnight. But this secret won't stay public for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it's deleted forever. You are not being ignored. You are being cradled by a God who does not rush perfection. The name of your spouse is not just another name in the crowd. It is the name that has been whispered in heavenly places. It is the name God has woven into your story without you even realizing it. There have been moments in your life when you almost crossed paths. Moments when your souls might have brushed without seeing one another. But the timing wasn't right. And the Lord in His kindness kept the door closed until both hearts were ready to carry what He ordained. You see, when God chooses someone for you, He doesn't just look at where you are now, He sees the full journey. He sees the places you haven't yet gone, the healing you still need, and the maturity that must grow in secret. That's why the wait has felt so long. It's not because God forgot. It's because He remembered every detail. He remembered what kind of love your heart truly needs. Not love that only sees your beauty or your gifts, but love that sees your soul. Love that understands your scars and chooses you anyway. Love that mirrors His own. The person He is sending is someone who has also been through their own silent preparation. Someone who has been shaped by trials, refined in fire, and taught by grace. They may not be perfect, but they are surrendered. They may not have all the answers, but they carry peace. And that peace will meet you like rain in the desert. It will calm the noise in your heart. It will make the waiting make sense. It will heal the places that once wondered if love like this could ever really exist. God is writing a love story that will not need to be explained. It will speak for itself. It will speak in the way you laugh freely again, in the way you pray together without feeling awkward, in the way they look at you, like you are a reflection of God's faithfulness. This will not be a relationship built on fear or survival. It will be built on truth, on mutual honor, on spiritual growth, on safety, on peace that doesn't fade when storms come. If your heart is open to receive this kind of love, and your spirit bears witness to this season, comment 555 to declare that you are ready for the divine to step into your love story. You don't need to perform to be chosen. You don't need to become someone else to be worthy. God has already chosen you as you are, and He is bringing someone who will recognize your worth without needing convincing. The waiting has not changed the promise. The detours have not cancelled the plan. Everything is still aligned because the one who promised is faithful. This season of waiting is not wasted. It is where your roots are growing deeper, where your discernment is being sharpened, where your faith is being purified. It is where you learn to be content in God alone, so when the person comes, they don't become your idol, they become your partner. You won't cling to them for identity. You will walk beside them in unity, because you will already know who you are in Christ. When the name is finally spoken, it will carry weight in your heart. It will not feel like guessing. It will not feel like wondering. There will be a quiet knowing that this is the one your soul has been waiting for, not because they complete you, but because together you complete a chapter in God's purpose. You will look at them and see not just a spouse, but a co-laborer in the kingdom, a friend in the spirit, a shelter in the storm, a reflection of God's kindness. There will be moments where your heart will try to rush, where your flesh will want to settle, and where the world around you will make you feel like you're behind. But do not be moved. Stand firm in what you know. God does not delay without reason, and if He has not released the name yet, it is because He is still perfecting the moment when everything will align. And when that moment comes, it will not be forced. It will be clear. It will be undeniable. You will not have to beg for their love. You will not have to fight for their attention. The person God has chosen will love you in a way that brings rest to your soul. Their love will not drain you, it will water the garden of your heart. It will awaken your dreams again. It will speak life into the places that went quiet. It will be a love that prays first and reacts last. A love that builds and does not break. A love that stays when things get hard and rejoices when victories come. And through it all, you will see God. In the small gestures, in the shared prayers, in the moments of laughter and tears, you will see the fingerprints of heaven on your love story. You will know that this was never about just romance, it was about restoration. God did not just send you someone to hold your hand, He sent you someone to hold your calling with you. Someone who understands that love is more than feeling, it is covenant, it is endurance, it is sacrifice, it is daily choosing one another through the strength of God. So rest in the truth that the name is coming. And not just the name, but the presence, the peace, the person, and the promise. God has not overlooked you. He has been writing something beautiful, something worth every tear, every lonely night, and every moment you felt like giving up. The kind of story that makes people believe again, the kind of story that brings God glory. You were made for this. You were chosen for this, and heaven has already declared it over your life. All that remains is for it to be revealed. And when it is, everything will change, because it won't just be love, it will be divine fulfillment. It will be purpose walking beside you, calling you deeper into God's plan. Is this the same CIA brain ritual changing lives in seconds? A new leak reveals a powerful 7-second technique developed under secret research. Backed by neuroscience, people are moving from debt to wealth and luxury faster than believed possible. But this secret may be deleted soon. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. This is the kind of strength that only comes from walking with the Lord. You didn't just survive these years. You grew roots. You developed a spirit that can't be shaken. And it's because God knew that what He was preparing for you would require someone with deep faith, quiet strength, and unwavering trust. Your future spouse, the one God has already chosen, is not coming to complete you but to walk with you in what God has already started. You are not a half waiting to be made whole. You are a whole person being led to another whole person so that together the two of you can reflect the fullness of God's intention for your lives. The name that God has whispered in heaven, the one already written beside yours in His divine plan, is not just a name, it is a match. A match not made by emotion, not by chance, but by the very breath of God. Heaven does not guess. Heaven prepares. Heaven watches over every step. There have been days when you felt like you were being left behind, like maybe the promise had passed you, like maybe you missed something. But God says you have not missed it. In fact, while you were waiting, you were being positioned. While you were hoping, you were being built. And while you were praying, God was drawing that person closer. You don't need to compete for this kind of love. You don't need to be loud to be noticed. You don't need to beg to be chosen. The one who is meant for you, the one whose name is marked by heaven, will be drawn to the God in you. They will be led to you by the same Spirit that has kept you through every storm. It won't be forced, it won't be confusing, and it won't leave you anxious. God's love stories come with peace, not pressure. Right now, your future spouse might be in a season of preparation. Just like you, they could be walking through their own healing. They might be learning how to love better, to forgive deeper, to surrender more. You are not the only one being prepared. God is working on both sides of this promise. So when your paths finally cross, both of you will recognize the divine fingerprints all over your story. If this word is reaching into the deepest part of your spirit and reminding you that God has not forgotten, comment 1212 below as a way of saying, Lord, I still believe in your timing. You see, the name will come at the right time, not when you're desperate, not when you've given up, but when you are rooted in peace, anchored in trust, and resting in the truth that God is good no matter what. That's when it happens. That's when the promise starts to unfold, when your heart is ready not just to receive love, but to carry it with maturity and grace. The person God has for you is someone who will not only love you, but see the parts of you others overlooked. They will value your quiet strength. They will protect the softness of your heart. They will speak to your purpose before they speak to your appearance. They will pray for you when you are weary, lift you up when you are low, and walk with you when life feels heavy. Because they were not sent to impress you, they were sent to walk through life with you. This kind of love is not found in the shallow waters. It is found in the deep, where hearts have been surrendered, where pride has been stripped away, and where God has full control. That is why it is rare. That is why it takes time. And that is why it is worth waiting for. Because when love is formed by God, it doesn't break under pressure, it grows under grace, it thrives under prayer, it endures through the fire. The enemy would love nothing more than to convince you that God forgot, that your prayers were wasted, that the love you dream of is too much to ask. But he is a liar. Every time you chose holiness over settling, every time you said no to what didn't feel right, every time you trusted God when you could have walked away, you were storing up something greater. You were building a future on obedience, and that kind of future cannot be shaken. Do not envy those who rushed ahead. Do not compare your journey to someone else's. God is not late, and He is not holding back. He is aligning, He is refining, and when He finally says, "Now, you will step into a relationship that feels like coming home," you won't have to wonder. You won't have to guess. It will feel like peace. It will sound like clarity. It will reflect the promises you've been holding on to in the quiet. This is not about perfection. This is about divine partnership. Two people, fully surrendered to God, walking together in grace, truth, and purpose. Your love story will not just bless you, it will bless others. It will be the kind of story that gives hope to those who are still waiting. It will be a reminder that God still writes beautiful stories in the hidden places, that He still speaks names in the silence, that He still fulfills promises in His perfect time. So lift your head, even if your heart feels tired. Strengthen your spirit with the truth that God is still working. Hold fast to the promise, even when the days feel long. And remember that the same God who formed you in your mother's womb has also written the name of your future spouse in His perfect plan. That name is not lost. That person is not far. And your story is not over. You are getting closer. Every prayer, every tear, every act of faith, it's all bringing you into alignment with what God has ordained. Keep going. Keep trusting. Keep listening for the gentle whisper of heaven, because when the name is finally revealed, it won't just be a name. Do you know why people keep whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A leaked brainwave method is spreading quietly and changing financial realities worldwide. Proven by neuroscience, this simple ritual attracts money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're so lucky. Click the link in the comments before it's taken down. There is a deep and holy reason why the promise of your future spouse has taken time. God has been preserving something precious, not only in them but in you too. There are things that only time in the presence of God can grow. Things like wisdom, discernment, patience, humility, and the kind of love that stays when things are hard and gives when it has nothing left to prove. Heaven does not rush what it is preparing. And what has been promised to you is not fragile or temporary. It is strong, it is lasting, it is sealed with prayer and watered by your tears. There will come a day when you will look at the one God brings into your life and realize they were never late. They were on a path that was being led by the same hand that was leading yours. You were both walking, both trusting, both being refined. And then, in the fullness of time, God will bring your paths together. This love story is not like the ones you've seen written by this world. It is not full of confusion, manipulation, or emotional games. This is a love story marked by surrender, peace, and the kind of safety only God can create. This love will be tender where you've been wounded, patient where you've been rushed, and pure where the world tried to make love feel cheap. You are not too late. You are right on time. Because your story is not being written by trends or opinions, it is being written by a faithful God. There have been seasons where it felt like everyone else was finding their person, and you were the only one left standing. But you were not forgotten. You were being held for something different, something holy. There are things God needs to protect, and your heart is one of them. That is why certain doors never opened. That is why certain people walked away. That is why you could not stay where others remained. You were always being led towards something greater, towards someone who would love you with the kind of love that reflects God's heart. When the name of your spouse is revealed, it will not come with noise and spectacle. It will come with peace. There will be no fear, no pressure, no second guessing. It will feel like finally taking a deep breath after holding it for too long. It will feel like grace walking into the room. And you will not have to perform to be loved. You will simply be seen, fully, deeply, and completely. If these words are settling in your spirit like confirmation, and you believe God is preparing your heart for what's coming, comment 777 below as a quiet yes to His plan. The name of your spouse may not be someone you expected. They may not look or sound like the dream you once created, but they will carry the Spirit of God, and you will know it. You will recognize the presence of peace when they speak. You will feel a sense of safety that doesn't fade with time. You will know them by their fruit, by how they love, how they serve, how they pray, and how they honor what is sacred. God is not only sending someone who will love you, He is sending someone who will walk beside you as you step deeper into your purpose. This is why it had to take time. This is why the weight has been heavy, because what is coming is more than just companionship, it is partnership. You will pray together, build together, fight spiritual battles together, and raise up the next generation with truth and boldness. This is not ordinary love. This is a covenant rooted in eternity. You have endured much. You have guarded your heart when it would have been easier to give in. You have said no when your heart was tired of saying no. You have walked away from what felt good in the moment because you believed something better was waiting. And it is. It always has been. God's timing is not just about waiting for the right moment, it's about shaping you into the kind of person who can carry the blessing without it crushing you. Your future spouse has been covered in your prayers even when you didn't know their name. And maybe tonight, somewhere, they're praying for you too, asking God to protect you, to strengthen you, to prepare you. Heaven is listening to both of you. Every cry, every whisper, every prayer of surrender, all of it is coming together into a single divine appointment that will change everything. This is not about fairy tales. This is about faith, about believing that when God says He has prepared someone for you, He means it. And what He prepares is always good, always right, always full of His presence. When you finally come face to face with the one God has chosen for you, your spirit will recognize them, not from a place of desperation, but from a place of peace. You will not have to convince them to choose you. You will not have to shrink to be loved. You will be free to be fully who you are, and you will be loved not in spite of that, but because of that. Because God prepared them to love the real you. Do not lose hope. Do not let the enemy convince you that it's too late, that you missed it, that it's too hard. You are not too much to love. You are not hard to hold. You are not too complicated to be understood. The right one, the God-chosen one, will not run from your depths. They will sit with you in your silence. They will stay when you need space. They will pray when you feel weak, and they will fight for what God has put together. The name is already known in heaven, and it will be revealed to you not when you're striving, but when you're resting, when you're walking in your purpose, when you're not chasing love, but walking in the love of the Father. That's when it comes. That's when the pieces fall into place. And when it happens, it will be clear that it was never about timing or luck, it was always about divine design. Why was this 7-second brain ritual hidden for so long? A leaked CIA document exposed a technique so powerful people are canceling debt and calling in wealth within days. Validated by 4 neuroscience labs, it helps attract money like never before. But this page may not stay online for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it disappears forever. Your heart feels it before anything else does. A deep pull, a whisper that says, stay ready. It's closer than you think, because what God has promised, He is now bringing near. The name of your spouse, the one He spoke into existence before your first breath, is not a dream, not a fantasy. It is a living part of His will for your life, and that will is unfolding even now. You didn't miss your moment. You didn't fall behind. You didn't lose your chance. Even if life has felt like a series of wrong turns or closed doors, know this: God was using every step, even the ones that didn't make sense, to lead you to the one He has chosen. That name carries weight in heaven. It carries legacy, promise, and purpose. It is not just the name of a person, it is the key to the next chapter of your calling. And when God reveals it, it will unlock something that had been waiting in you for years. There is something holy about the way God brings two people together who were both being prepared in secret. You may feel invisible right now. You may feel like everyone else is being chosen, seen, celebrated, and pursued, but God has hidden you, not to punish you, but to preserve you. He has set you apart because the person coming into your life is not just anyone. They are chosen. They are sent. They are marked for this assignment with you. And that kind of meeting cannot be rushed. While the world pushes for quick love and temporary connections, the Spirit of God is building something different in your life. Something slow, sacred, and strong. Something that can carry the storms, the ministry, the family, and the dreams. The one coming into your life will not just see your smile, they will see your soul. They will look into your eyes and recognize the same journey of surrender, the same longing for God's voice, the same scars that have been turned into strength. They will not be intimidated by your depth. They will feel at home in it. If your spirit feels that this word is for you, if it's bearing witness in places no one sees, comment 999 right now as a sign of agreement with what heaven is preparing. The name might not be what you expected. It might not be who you thought. God has a way of doing things differently from how we plan. He does not choose based on appearance or status. He chooses based on purpose, readiness, and the posture of the heart. The one He is bringing into your life may come in quietly, but their impact will be undeniable. Their love will be gentle, steady, and anchored in Christ. Their presence will bring rest, not anxiety, joy, not confusion. They will not stir chaos. They will carry peace. God does not reveal names carelessly. When He whispers something so intimate into your life, it is because He trusts you to carry that word with reverence. You are not just receiving a promise, you are becoming a part of a bigger picture. Your union is not only about your happiness, it is about your impact. Together, you will be stronger. Together, you will build what you could not build alone. Your love will preach louder than your words. It will be a testimony to those who have given up hope. It will be a light in a world where love has grown cold. That's why you've been through so much. That's why you've had to fight through discouragement, loneliness, rejection, and moments where you doubted your worth. Because the enemy has always known what's on the other side of your obedience. But he cannot stop what God has spoken. You are still chosen. You are still covered. You are still on the path. And the name that heaven has prepared for you is still being written into your life with perfect precision. You are being invited into trust, not just into love. Trust that God's version of your story will be more beautiful than what you tried to create on your own. Trust that when He brings the person, they will not require you to shrink, to pretend, or to hide. They will call out the best in you. They will stand beside you when life gets hard. They will carry your name in prayer before they carry it in marriage. And they will love you not just because of who you are, but because of who God is within you. This kind of relationship is not built in moments, it is built in presence, in showing up daily, in forgiving quickly, in praying through the pain, in laughing through the chaos, in worshiping together when the answers haven't come yet. That's what you're being prepared for. That's why the name hasn't come yet. Because God is still forming the foundation. When it does happen, when you finally hear the name or see their face or feel the knowing in your spirit, you'll realize why it had to take this long. You'll realize why it couldn't be anyone else. You'll realize why every other door had to close. You'll realize that God was never denying you. He was protecting something holy. He was protecting your heart from settling. He was protecting your story from compromise. He was protecting your future from anything that would steal your peace. And now, with every step you take, you're getting closer. Every prayer you pray is weaving you deeper into the story. Every time you choose to trust instead of fear, you're preparing your heart to receive what God is about to reveal. There's no need to chase it. There's no need to fear you'll miss it. The one meant for you is being drawn to you by the hand of the same God who has carried you this far. Stay soft. Stay faithful. Stay in the presence of God, because it's in that quiet place, not the chaos, where names are revealed, where hearts are aligned, where love begins, not just with another person, but first with the one who created you. Can 7 seconds really change your bank account? A CIA-funded study just leaked, revealing a brain ritual that flips lives from broke to blessed. 4 neuroscience labs confirm it activates powerful wealth brainwaves. People are stepping into dream homes and luxury lifestyles. But this breakthrough won't stay online for very long. Click the link in the comments before it's deleted. You've carried this question with strength and grace, even when your heart felt tired. And now, God is reminding you again, in a deep and tender way, that the name of your spouse is not just known in heaven. It is on its way into your life, in a form that will surprise you and settle your spirit all at once. You have not been overlooked. You have been preserved. God has hidden you in His presence, not because you are forgotten, but because what He is doing in your life requires a kind of love that cannot be shaken by storms. It must be a love that has been tested, a love that has roots, a love that knows how to stand. That kind of love doesn't come easily, and it does not come quickly, but when it arrives, it comes with the kind of peace that silences fear. The name that God has chosen for you may not be someone the world expected. It may not be someone you imagined years ago. But when you meet them, when your spirits recognize each other, when peace floods into the space between you, you will know that this is not coincidence. It is the evidence of every whispered prayer, every tear-stained night, every moment you chose trust over panic, faith over fear, surrender over striving. This is why it's taken time. This is why some things had to end, some people had to walk away, and some seasons had to break your heart. It wasn't punishment, it was protection. There were places you could not remain, no matter how much your heart wanted to. There were people you couldn't cling to, no matter how much you loved them. Because your story wasn't meant to be built in fragments, it was meant to be whole. And the person God is sending has also been walking through their own journey of healing and becoming just like you. When you finally meet, it will not be hard. You will not have to convince them. You will not have to prove yourself. Love that is rooted in God doesn't require a performance. It invites you to be still and be seen. It draws you closer not with pressure, but with peace. They will see your worth without needing you to explain it. They will value your heart without needing you to hide your pain. They will cover you in prayer before they cover you in promises. If this speaks to where you are, and you know in your heart that God is preparing you for something sacred, comment 1010 as a way of saying, Lord, I trust your timing, and I am ready. You are not preparing for just a wedding, you are preparing for a lifetime of purpose, with someone whose soul will align with yours in ways that glorify God. This is why you have grown so much. This is why your sensitivity to the Spirit has deepened, because you are not being prepared to enter a relationship that is rooted in flesh. You are being prepared for a covenant, a bond forged in prayer, sustained in obedience, and guided by the Word of God. Your future spouse will not only love you, they will guard your heart. They will understand that you are not just someone to cherish, but someone to walk with in the presence of God. Your calling is too deep for a shallow connection. Your destiny is too great for a temporary fix. God is sending someone who understands the weight of that. Someone who has also been tried and tested, who has laid their heart before God and said, "Only your will, Lord." That's why this love will feel different. It will feel sacred. It will come with a stillness you've never felt before. There won't be the emotional roller coaster, There won't be the fear of being too much or not enough. There will be clarity, peace, and mutual reverence for what God is doing in both of your lives. The love between you will not distract you from God. It will draw you deeper into Him. That's how you'll know. And when the name comes, whether through divine confirmation, a quiet moment of peace, or a growing sense of recognition, it will not come with confusion. It will come with light. It will feel like the sun rising after a long night. You will not question it with anxiety. You will recognize it with calm assurance. Because what comes from God carries His fingerprints, not pressure, but presence, not striving, but stillness. This is not just about romance, this is about kingdom alignment. You and your spouse will not just enjoy each other, you will empower each other. You will intercede for each other. You will protect what you are building together. And the enemy will hate it. Because two people who love God, who know who they are, and who stand in unity, they become a force that shakes darkness. So guard your heart, not with walls, but with wisdom. Keep your spirit open. Keep walking in purpose. Keep praying over your future with the same faith that brought you this far. God is not delaying without reason. He's perfecting the moment. He's aligning your steps. He's softening your hearts. He's preparing a meeting that will shift everything, not just emotionally, but spiritually. You've grown strong in your singleness, but that strength is not the end of your story. God did not give you this strength so you could walk alone forever. He gave you this strength so you could walk well when the right person comes, so you could discern love from imitation, so you could recognize peace over pressure, so you could stay rooted in Him. Even when love finally arrives, you will look back on this season and thank God it didn't happen earlier. You will thank Him for every no, for every delay, for every door He closed. Because the name that is coming into your life, the person that name belongs to, will bring a love that is worth every second of the wait. That ache is a response to something real that God planted in you before time began. It is a longing that will one day be fulfilled, not by accident or chance, but by divine design. The name of your spouse, chosen by heaven, has not been forgotten, delayed, or dismissed. It is being revealed according to a timing that is drenched in love and wisdom. Could this 7-second CIA brainwave trick be your fastest path to luxury? Leaked research reveals a simple ritual helping people attract wealth effortlessly. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, debt is dissolving and abundance is showing up fast. If you're seeing this now, you are God's chosen one. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. You may feel weary right now. Weary from waiting. Weary from watching others walk into love while you still walk alone. Weary from praying the same prayer and wondering if it's just floating unanswered into the air. But I need you to hear this. God is not only listening, He is responding. Every tear you've cried in secret is being used to water a promise. Every moment you chose to keep believing, when it would have been easier to let go, was a seed of faith planted in the soil of heaven. And soon, very soon, that seed will begin to bloom in your life. The name that belongs to your spouse is already known in the heart of God. That name has been spoken in the quiet, in the unseen, and it's being written into your life in the most beautiful, unexpected way. When God moves, He doesn't always move loud. Sometimes He moves slowly, steadily, gently, and deeply. He is not in a hurry, because what He is creating cannot be broken by time or shaken by trials. This love will last. It will carry weight. It will speak life. The love that is coming will not be here today and gone tomorrow. It will not be confused or inconsistent. It will not make you question your worth. It will be a love that shows up and stays. A love that mirrors the heart of God. A love that holds your hand not only in laughter, but also in the battles, the nights of doubt, the valleys of growth. The one whose name heaven has already whispered over your life will be someone who carries you in prayer before carrying you into marriage. You are not forgotten. You are not being ignored. You are being prepared. You are being protected. And you are being positioned. The moment you've been praying for, the person whose name carries the weight of heaven's promise, they are not far. God is already aligning your steps. The Spirit is already drawing your hearts closer. You may not know it now, but your paths are not separate. They are converging, slowly and surely, with every act of obedience, every surrendered day, every choice to stay close to God. If this is reaching you in a way that words cannot explain, and your heart knows this is for you, comment 1515 as a way of saying, I receive what is mine in God's perfect time. You've been faithful in the waiting. You've learned how to be whole with God before trying to find wholeness in someone else. That alone is a miracle. You've grown into someone who is strong, not because life was easy, but because God held you when everything was breaking. That strength will be part of the foundation of your future. And your spouse, the one God has set aside for you, will not be intimidated by your strength. They will honor it. They will see how hard you've fought to become who you are. And they will thank God for the chance to love someone like you. You won't have to convince them to stay. You won't have to wonder if they see you. You won't have to hold your breath, hoping they'll choose you again tomorrow. The right person, the one whose name is already known in heaven, will choose you every day. They will see you clearly and love you fully, not because you're perfect, but because you're theirs, a gift from God that they prayed for, waited for, and recognized the moment your spirit and theirs aligned. This will be different. This will be real. This will be covered in grace. You may be in a quiet season now, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening. Some of the deepest, most important work God does is done in silence. The healing, the preparing, the mending of broken places, those are the things He is doing in both your heart and theirs. So that when you finally meet, you won't just be in love, you'll be ready to walk in unity, ready to carry purpose together, ready to build something that lasts beyond feelings and into faith.